Lloyd here with you at Satisfactory, and today we're going to be making an AI truck route. There's a couple of prerequisites before you create your routes. You want to make sure you have first ascending and receiving truck stops that are powered and fueled. The reason you want fuel on both your truck stops is because if one happens to lose fuel, the other one will pick up, give your trucks fuel, and it'll continue on its route. So it's just sort of a backup fuel plan. So, all right. Also, you're going to need a truck. You purchase you build the truck, and then setting up your route is really pretty easy. It's just remembering that you have multiple trucks running over the routes. Okay, you're going to have collisions. You're going to have certain things that happen, but trying to avoid those collisions, like keeping your trucks on the same route, and it'll save you too much of a headache. But every now and then you'll there are quirks to it, and the majority of it works. Majority of it works really good. So the AI route is really fun to sort of create. So remember, your finishing location is going to be where you start the autopilot. So that's the place that you're going to start recording, and that's the place you're going to finish. Now, so from here, this is our receiving truck stop. I'm going to first clear any path that I may have, and then I'm going to start recording from here. Trying to remember to stay on the path of least resistance. In other words, take your time. Don't go too fast. If the trucks go too fast, you'll see that they'll speed up and they'll slow down based upon what you tell them to do. They'll also sometimes find their own route based upon the path that you've laid and obstacles that they may collide with. So it's actually pretty smart, and it works fairly well. That ray goes right through my building. It's kind of cool. All right, so remembering that, yes, okay, removing any obstacles and trying to keep the path as simple as possible. Don't when you're running a multiple trucking routes, you'll see that bridges you really want to create barriers for so they don't fall off the bridges. And you're going to end up monitoring your trucking paths because you'll find out that there will be collisions, and shit just happens. Okay, it's Satisfactory. It's a cool game, but it's chaos. You're in an alien world that we're trying to survive. That's right. We're trying to get by. We do this with the resources we collect. Hey, don't run off the road there, Lloyd. So my idea here is starting to work out, keeping all the trucks to the right that are going on a 2-lane road like this. So, like I said, the collisions are funny, and sometimes the collisions will throw them so far off the path that I don't know, maybe they just don't find the path back. But you'll have to collect them, you'll have to flip them over, and then they'll usually run out of fuel, so you're going to have to refuel them, and then they'll go back on their way. Okay, so my strategy here in Satisfactory is I'm going to automate everything. I am working on tier 7 now, and I have automated everything up to computers. And rubber and plastic, of course, you need quite a bit of in making computers, or in automating the construction of computers. Now, I've made this little modular factory out here that creates rubber and plastic from the petroleum. And then we may have an issue here. No, he's going. Oh wow, that was a nice close call. Well, no, he didn't quite make it, but see what I mean? They'll pick up on their paths most of the time, but this, okay, of course the slower trucks are, or the smallest trucks are slower. Trying to create your path to avoid collisions while you're making them, keep that in mind. Yeah. And anything that you get close to making your path, there's a chance that your truck will collide with it. So try to stay in between obstacles, try to stay on the same path, and you'll be fine. You'll see that the trucks work pretty well, and as long as they're fueled, the majority of times that they will find their way home. All right, now here, trying to keep in the same path that I'm going to make a route to my rubber here, and then remembering to stay out of the path of the other pickup zones that you don't want your truck to collect resources from. So take it slow, take it easy, take your time, make the right route the first time, and you'll save yourself plenty of headache. All right, so here I'm going to pause for just a second. All right, and that pause is going to set a node that I can set time on. You can actually vary the time on the nodes, the pause nodes, by setting seconds. You just basically walk up to it, touch it, and you set the time on the pause. So I want to fill up completely here. So I think he's about done. Now we're gonna head home. All right, loving this world, Satisfactory. You see, we're still recording a path, and on our way route home, the nodes are being left for this path that the AI follows. It's really pretty cool. All right, and you gotta love the trucks. The big trucks carry quite a bit of resources, and I don't like conveyor belts running all over the place. I think it's just, I wish we could disable some of these nodes so that they're not showing all the time. But and of course, the more trucks more truck routes you lay down, the more nodes are going to be all over the place. But incoming. Oh, close call. Very close call. See, eventually that will be a collision. What's going to happen? I'm thinking about really finding two separate routes for these trucks, because once I think I've got probably four or five trucks running this route now that are picking up my my quartz, my bauxite, my oil, and now oh, Caterium's out there too. All right, if I'm pronouncing that right, somebody please tell me how to pronounce that. And now I have plastic and rubber. So I thought about trying to create an actual splitter, and then just take one truck and run both resources, split the resources once it got into base, and then, but I changed my mind. So I just wanted to create, oh, that was another close call. I want to create a little more organization, and sometimes that can be tough in Satisfactory, and logistically trying to manage the construction of or automation of every part. If you when you start to evolve, you start to grow in Satisfactory, you'll figure out that organization is everything. Or you'll end up with just a code mess of spaghetti, and you'll end up probably just leaving the game or starting over here and there. But no, I had a different plan. It took me a couple times to figure it out, and yeah, it's a trial and error thing. So love this game, build on it, have fun. Oh, I'm loving it. All right, so we're almost back in the base here. We're gonna hopefully stay out of the route of this guy. All right, that's not gonna look pretty. But should work. It's going to be getting dark here soon. I noticed in the new update that when it gets dark in the building, oh, it gets dark. I wish we had some lights for the trucks. This would be nice. Alright, just carefully making my route, making the plan, looking forward to the rubber that I've got to distribute to my computing division. Well, yeah, the computing division. We're going to automate supercomputers and computers. So this tier 7 is going to require 1,000 computers. I have everything else. And what I'm going to do next is run after I get the computer manufacturers down, I'm going to run these computers up to my space elevator. So this is the next project. Okay, we're almost done with our route here. One last step, and that would be unloading. This is our drop-off location right here. Nice and simple, nice and slow. All right. So now we're gonna finish recording. We're gonna show the paths just to make sure that they're. There we go. All right. Now, what I'm also going to do is on this path node, I'll show you how to change the time of a node. And I'm going to set this guy on his way. So he's unloaded, and he's going to pause there. What I do is just enable autopilot and step out. And he's off. All right. So making this route has created 2 pauses here that I want to make sure that all the resources that are coming from the truck are actually unloaded. So this freeze frame is brought to you in part by autosave. Yes. Oh, all right. So this wait time is 9 seconds, and this wait time is 4.5 seconds. We're going to increase this just a little bit. Up to about another 10 seconds. We're going to set wait time. So this will just make sure that the truck stop has enough time to unload all of the resources. All right. And that is how you make an AI route for your trucks. All right, folks. Quite simple. Loving this game. Enjoy.